Welcome to today's Explainer. You know, we humans really love to pride ourselves on our capacity for deep, lifelong devotion, right? But today, we're diving into some wild exceptions in the animal kingdom that might just put human romance to absolute shame. Usually, survival means animals have to prioritize pragmatism over romance, but we're going to look at some profoundly surprising instances of animal loyalty that will completely blow your mind.
So, it really begs a fascinating question. Are humans the only truly loyal lovers out there? I want you to just toss out any preconceived notions you have about how animals operate in the wild. Today, we're exploring 3 specific animals that form such intense, lifelong emotional bonds that it dictates literally everything about how they live. And we aren't just talking about mating here. This is a level of connection that completely rewrites their behavior, their survival instincts, and, as you'll see in one crazy case, the fate of their entire species.
Okay, let's dive into this. Part 1, the albatross, an ocean-spanning loyalty.
The albatross takes the concept of a long-distance relationship to an absolute extreme. Step 1. These birds will spend years, literally years, flying completely alone across the vast, featureless ocean. I mean, just think about the incredible isolation of that. But then comes step 2. The second they return to land, they don't just settle for any convenient partner nearby. No way. They track down the exact mate they left behind all those years ago. And when they finally reunite, step 3. They perform this special, secret little dance that only the two of them know. It's totally unique to their partnership. Kind of like a secret handshake that says, hey, it's you and it's me, and we remember.
But, you know, there's a bittersweet reality to this beautiful bond. Because they are so incredibly attuned to that one specific partner, if one of them passes away, their surviving albatross will often make a truly heartbreaking choice. Many will choose to just stay alone for the rest of their lives. They forfeit finding another partner entirely. The bond they formed was just so specific, so deeply ingrained through that secret dance and that shared history that it simply can't be replaced.
Moving on to part 2, the gray wolf and solitary grief.
So wolves are obviously famous for their pack mentality, right? Their complex social structures, their fierce cooperation. Which is exactly what makes these symptoms of mourning so stunning. When a partner dies, their surviving wolf essentially breaks every single rule of its own survival. It stops eating. It leaves the safety and structure of the pack, which is practically unheard of. They'll just wander off entirely alone, exposing themselves to immense danger. But they aren't just wandering aimlessly. The emotional toll completely overrides their biological drive to survive and stay with their community. They return to the exact spot where their mate passed away, over and over again. Just let that sink in for a second. This highly social, apex predator is reduced to a solitary, wandering shadow, tethered to a single piece of ground by nothing but memory and grief. It is a profound level of mourning that we usually only attribute to human beings.
Which brings us to part 3, the Malagasy giant jumping rat and extreme interdependence.
Now, what's really interesting here is how, with this creature, devotion actually becomes biologically perilous. In the vast majority of the animal kingdom, mating is purely transactional. It's a focus on survival, ensuring the next generation happens, followed by eventual separation. But the Malagasy giant jumping rat totally flips the script. A couple will share a single burrow, raise their babies together, and basically never ever leave each other's side. They function as a single, inseparable unit for their entire lives. And this connection runs incredibly deep. When researchers have actually attempted to separate a bonded pair of these jumping rats, the results are devastating. Both rats show signs of severe heartbreak. We're talking about a drastic, measurable physical and emotional decline. They are so deeply intertwined that taking one away literally causes the other to break down. Their biology has adapted to rely entirely on the physical presence of that specific partner.
And that leads us into part 4. The tragic cost of devotion.
So, we've marveled at the romance of the albatross, and we've empathized with the grief of the wolf. But nature is rarely just a fairy tale, right? Here is the really devastating twist. This absolute, unwavering loyalty is the exact reason the Malagasy giant jumping rat is slowly going extinct. Because they flat out refuse to separate. Because they literally cannot function or move on without their specific partner. Their ability to adapt, breed widely, and survive as a broader population is severely compromised. Their absolute greatest strength as a couple has become their ultimate weakness as a species.
It leaves us with a truly profound question to ponder as we wrap up. Is ultimate loyalty a beautiful gift or a dangerous curse? The albatross finds magic in it, the wolf finds agonizing grief in it, and the jumping rat is facing its own end because of it. It really challenges us to rethink the true cost of absolute devotion, both out there in the wild and, well, perhaps within ourselves too. Thank you so much for exploring this fascinating topic with me today. Keep asking questions, keep looking closely at the natural world, and I'll see you in the next explainer.